Alrighty, what is up everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I see you in here, Logic, and and Swift. I apologize. Your message just came in and I was like, who was that? My brain ain't working today, apparently. But what's up, y'all? I have had a very unproductive day. I made egg salad. That's about the extent of my productivity. Which, I mean, it was good egg salad, so I'm not complaining. I'm trying to do different things with my food, because I often do the same thing all the time, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time for a little bit of a change, and apparently egg salad is that change. At least for now. But yeah, how's your guys' day been? I have no idea what we're gonna do today, if I'm being completely 100% transparent with y'all. I was thinking about tinkering with some redstone stuff, like making micro farms and such, because we need better food production in our world. And like, we have the spot for it, but I'm like, do I really want to do this? And like, honestly, I think maybe yeah. I have a few old farm designs that I've used in past worlds that still work. They're not my designs, but they work. But yeah, I'm in a weird position though, because outside of Minecraft, I don't really know what to do.
Following.
Oh, hello. Welcome in. I'm sorry, you caught me off guard. Glad to see you here. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, aside from Minecraft right now, I don't know what else to do on stream at the moment. I'm trying to decide what I want to tackle next, and like, part of me is like, do I want to tackle Zelda next, or do I want to... I don't really know what I want to do, because I just finished Pokemon Heart Gold, and I'm like, I don't know. I'll have to think about that a little bit. Of course, we still have Paper Mario to finish, but, you know, that's gonna end soon, so... You know what, though? We're not gonna worry about that today. We're really not. We're gonna hop into Minecraft, we're gonna do some stuff. If any of you are curious to know what mods I use, there is a panel on my About page that lists all the mods and texture packs that I use for the sake of either aesthetics or accessibility / quality of life. This also includes basically the rules that I'm sort of playing by, so definitely take a look down there if you are curious at all about the things that I use, but for now, let us... You know, probably help if I myself went to the game. And there we are. Ooh, we lagging a little bit today. Okay. There we go. Let me swap over to the thing first. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay, so I haven't really played in this world, like, at all from what I recall since the last stream, and I genuinely forget what we did besides go find a pale garden, which, no creakings, not a single pale heart in any of the ones we found, and I'm still disappointed by that. Still super disappointed. We still need to finish our villager trades and stuff, but, you know, that's fine. I'm gonna go check on my sugarcane real quick, because I feel like it's been a bit since I emptied it. Or not, never mind. Right, because I haven't played in here in a while. Don't worry about it, it's fine. I figure, though, here is going to be where we put our little micro farms for our food production and stuff. Everything seems to be consolidating itself into this big old building, which honestly I'm not complaining about. I don't hate it. I really, really don't. I love the roof. That took such a long time to do, but it was very, very worth it.
Tiff said howdy.
Tifa, welcome in. How you doing today? Let me double check, make sure things are looking fine on stream. They appear to be. Okay. So I moved our bone meal production thing in here because I figure all of this is going to go into this, which is going to produce crops and stuff. It took me a while to tinker with it because it doesn't work the same as it did in the old days, as it were. So you pretty much have to stand like right here and right click with your crop like right at the edge.
Said I'm good, doing some bleach brave souls. And that looks fancy.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I love the way this roof looks. I love how it came out. I still need to build myself an actual house, though. Also, I feel like I should decorate the iron farm, because, like, look at how fugly this is.
Like a proper factory.
Yeah, it's nice. But, like, look at how fugly this iron farm is, and then you get this glorious thing right next to it, and I'm like, one of these things is not like the other. And I'm not sure if I want to tinker with redstone or fiddle with this, right? Because I probably won't change the inside, but I definitely want to put something around it to make it look better. You know? Also I want to see how much iron is in here. Okay. I also realized I was thinking about getting rid of the poppies, but I'm like, hold on, I have a bone meal making thing. Why am I dumping them in lava? You know? Because that's a lava chute right there. And I'm like, I could be doing myself less dirty, if that makes sense. Let's make some iron blocks, though. I'm gonna take these downstairs. But yeah, like I said, I haven't done a lot of playing in this world since the last time we streamed, so part of me is also like, I want to expand the tree farm area because I need to accommodate the pale oak and some acacia and stuff like that. So like, we're probably gonna do a bunch of tweaking today. That's probably gonna be our whole deal, is not specifically working on the iron farms, but not excluding them either. You know? And I think part of that is going to involve moving our crop farms outside, or even removing them entirely, because like, I have seeds and such. I can do the things. Let me take care of these guys. Look at all this iron, though. I have entirely too much iron. Which is honestly a good problem to have. This is a very good problem to have. Let's throw that down there. Beautiful. But see, any plants I don't want, I can literally just throw in, sacrifice to the bone meal gods. I just throw it up here, just go boop. And the composters do their thing, and they end up in here, theoretically. Emphasis on theoretically, this is completely full. I did take another visit to the skeleton farm at some point, type of thing. Okay, now the question is, what do I do first? Do I do the tree farm first, or the micro farm first? And I think we're gonna do the tree farm. I think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna grab myself a bunch of dirt, though, because I'm gonna completely dismantle our crop farms on the outside here. Let's grab a couple stacks of dirt. And like, I might rebuild the outdoor crop farms for aesthetic purposes, but I'm also like, do I really want to? Do I really want to? Not currently. We're gonna hang on to all the seeds and stuff, though, so we're not gonna, like, lose anything. Let me just make sure my animals haven't, like... We definitely have enough sheep. We should have enough cows. Pigs need a little bit more, and we have no eggs here, but they are inside. They're good, they're fine. Right, so this is the area we're going to eliminate and level out, basically. We're gonna take all the stuff out of here, and then we're gonna, like, bring it up to this level, I think. We're going to... Yeah, no, it's this level. We're gonna probably need more dirt, honestly. Okay. The only thing that I'm losing out on is the melons and pumpkins. But we can figure that out. It will be fine. I just figure we could be a little bit more productive with the resources. We have the micro farm. Maybe I'll put the melon and pumpkin farm downstairs. Maybe that's what I'll do. I need to think of a design for one, though. I know there's one, like, with using observers where you can, like, basically trick it out to where, like, the observers will trigger pistons. Kind of like what we did with the sugarcane farm, just different orientations. Same principle, basically. Moral of the story, observers are, like, your best friend, honestly. They're pretty rad. But yeah, today is just basically a tinkering day since I genuinely have no idea what I actually want to do. So we might as well just stream and vibe, you know? It's that kind of day. And honestly, nothing wrong with that. At least in my opinion. We're gonna have to come in here with cobblestone and, you know, figure out where the pale oak is gonna go. I want to collect all the slabs as well. But yeah, what's everybody been up to today? Just sort of out of curiosity, you know? Because, like, I haven't done a lot. Like I said before, I made myself egg salad, and it was really good. I made quite a bit, actually, so that there's leftovers, and I was like, I'll share it with Jesse. So, Jesse's got egg salad waiting for him. Turned out pretty good. I was gonna saute some onions to put in it. Turns out, the onions that we had have started to go, really gross. And by really gross, I mean the one onion. Yeah, the one onion sort of went squish in my hands, and I was like, that is disgusting. And the other two had, like, mold on it. So that was unfortunate, so I threw those out. So now we need more onions. But you know, all things considered, it could have been worse.
Said Ew, that doesn't sound good.
It was not pleasant, no. Definitely not the best. But you know what? It's fine. We've definitely had worse. Which is unfortunate to say. But what I did instead of the onions, since I was like, well, I'm not risking my health on rotten onions, I used peppers. I used, like, bell peppers instead. So I chopped them up real tiny, and then I sauteed those up, and just in some oil, nothing fancy. You know. So that still turned out quite good, honestly. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And Jesse was, you know, sitting there saying it was smelling really good, so here's hoping it actually was good, you know? You know, as we landscape, I'm just desperately trying to think of things to talk about. You know, I don't have, I don't always have a lot of things to say. It's unfortunate. If any of you met me in real life, you would know
Tiff said Simon's
that...
had a pretty good day if that helps, lol.
Oh, very cool. I'm glad to hear that. Let's dump off our stuff right here. Or at least some of it. I'm definitely gonna need more dirt, 100%. Here we go. What's Simon been up to? I mean, what's everybody been up to, really?
Said I'm a potato.
I'm a potato. But yeah, no, if y'all ever met me IRL, I am like the quietest person in existence usually. My streams are not a reflection of that. I'm definitely not as quiet as I used to be. 100% I've gotten better with that.
Said it sounds like the parcel he's been waiting on has arrived.
Oh, yay! That's exciting. But yeah, some of you might not realize how quiet I really am outside of stream. There are days where I will stream, and that is the only time I will say words in a day. You know? Half the time, unless somebody's actively talking to me on Discord or something, I am silent. Like, almost completely.
Tiff B said understandable.
You know, so when I say I'm quiet and stuff...
Said I somehow paused your stream and have been wondering how long your intro was going to be. I am the true potato.
Oh no! Well, I'm glad you're here now. Oh, that sucks. I've definitely done that before. I can relate. So, I'm leveling up. I'm sort of murdering our crop farm. Because we have the micro farm, so we're good. And I'm gonna basically struggle to collect torches. But I'm basically gonna level this off to like up here. So we're definitely gonna need more dirt. Because I need more tree farm space. I have acacia that I've been meaning to plant for like the past forever. So I'm just like, you know what? We're just going to I'll have to like add more to the cave stairs. Yeah.
Tiff
we're gonna go
said
get dirt.
Plant all the things.
Yeah, basically. So I just figured we could level it out a little bit, just so it looks a little bit more uniform, and because like right now we have dark oak, we have spruce, we have oak, birch, and cherry. But we don't have acacia, and we don't have pale oak. Or jungle. I think we have jungle saplings as well that we need to accommodate. And I do eventually want to set up mangrove, because we did find a place where we can get that. Just to collect all the wood, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna fill up on dirt here. What the heck is that? Oh, deep slate. Okay. Just fill up on dirt. I'm not gonna worry about getting cobblestone slabs because we can just harvest them from the one spot that we're gonna demolish anyway. But let's... I hear you calling for me out in the night. Sorry, this song is way too good. This song is way too good. You know what, y'all? We might as well talk about this, because Savvy brought this up in the Discord earlier, and I've been thinking about it, and it's kind of been making me think about other stuff that's been on my mind this week, right? Because, like, I've had discussions with people about sort of AI and things like that, and I don't want to get into the whole big conversation about AI specifically, partly because I really don't have the energy for the immediate attitude toward AI, the whole, like, AI equals bad, no exceptions type of bullshit. I hear that a lot, and I don't think... I understand why people don't like AI. 100%. Like, I'm not... You know, there's valid reasons. Kind of no matter how you look at it, really.
TifTifB said it depends on what the use is for, really.
Exactly. 100%. Because, you know, a lot of people will make the argument because they're like, well, you know, it steals from artists. Sure, fair, 100%. Not arguing, theft is not okay. You know? Especially from people that are putting their heart and soul into the work that they do. Definitely don't steal from people like that. That's a really shitty thing to do.
Swift Simeon said it's also an environmental disaster.
I mean, there's also that. That's a valid point as well. You know, if there's a way that we could have it without the environmental impact, that would be great. Because, and hear me out, right? Just hear me out. I say this while fully acknowledging the issues with AI. It's here to stay whether we like it or not. And again, most of us don't like it. But it can be a great tool to help people out with stuff. Right? For example, right, there's an app, it's called Be My Eyes, and if you're blind, you probably know this app really well. It gives you the option to contact a volunteer to help describe things and stuff like that, right? They introduced an AI feature to help with, like, you know, the smaller things that, like, may not necessarily need human intervention and stuff like that. And basically what you do is you take a picture and it describes what's in your immediate environment. You know? And for me, for somebody that does not like to be on the phone and does not like to, you know, have awkward conversations like, hey, what am I looking at? Because that's really awkward for me. Having something that I can use really quick to help with that, that's useful to me, you know? I think that, again, if we can deal with the environmental impact and the theft issue and stuff like that, it can be a useful tool in the right hands. The problem is there's always going to be people that abuse it, type of thing. But that's not what I really wanted to talk about. Right? What I really want to talk about is the fact that, like,
TifTifB
all of this stuff...
said I was gonna say that. Until someone comes up with an ethical way to use AI without harming the environment and infringing people's art, count me out on that side of it.
Valid. Valid. Because it can be very useful to people. In many ways. There is so much potential there. And, you know, that's not to dismiss the issues with it, right? But it amazes me, that some people are freaked out by AI, because they're like, oh, it's freaky that, you know, this stuff can learn and things like that. But, like, machine learning has been a thing for a while. It's not really new. And at least in my mind, I'm like, these concepts have existed in sci-fi for decades now, and it's weird to me that we indulge these concepts in a fictional sense,
if it can genuinely help somebody, great. Just don't use it to hurt people.
Exactly. 100% agree. But it amazes me that we are so willing to engage with the concept of AI and sentient machines and stuff like that. AI is not sentient, by the way. Um, in sci-fi and in a fictional environment, but the second it hits reality, everybody starts freaking out. And like, I don't know if it's just because my whole life has had to revolve around technology for the sake of, you know, accessibility and stuff. I'm fully willing to acknowledge my biases there, because that 100% is what that is. But it's like, it doesn't freak me out as much as it would, or it seems to for others. Like, people hate that shit. I remember, even stuff like screen readers, I remember when my brother first got his Mac. It was like, you know, when VoiceOver was really starting to pop off as an accessibility tool, and all that kind of stuff was, you know, Apple was really popping off, right? And so the update for macOS comes out, which included some updates for VoiceOver and stuff like that. And my brother's listening to this voice, like the default voice. Alex is what his name is. He's listening to this voice, and every now and then it pauses to, like, breathe and stuff, and my brother's, like, freaking out because he's like, it sounds so human. And I'm like, I don't know, it sounds more natural, it's more tolerable to listen to. And, like, that's the angle I was coming at it with, and he was just like, it's freaky, it's you know, it breathes, it's freaky. And I'm like, yeah, so it was programmed to do that. And I don't know, just that kind of stuff doesn't really faze me as much. And I'm not saying it shouldn't faze other people. Not at all. So, like, I don't know, maybe I'm the weird one. I could easily be the weird one. Let me know if I'm the weird one. I probably am. But, like, I don't know. It's just all this stuff. And Sabby brought it up earlier, like the whole self-driving cars thing with, like, Waymo and things, and that has its own flaws and stuff in the first place, but, you know, everything does, if you really, really want to think about it. All this stuff that we've thought of for years that was just pure science fiction is now starting to become our reality. You know? And however you feel about it, this is where humanity's kind of progressing, and I'm sitting here going like, I'm not gonna argue with it. I'm in no position to argue with it.
Swift Simeon said can't wait for the food replicators from Star Trek.
No one will have to do groceries again. You know? And sure, you could ask all kinds of questions, like, at what point have we gone too far, or anything like that. Those are valid questions. There's definitely a lot to think about, right? I'm not as afraid of it as a lot of people seem to be. And, like, again, I don't know if that's just me being weird, or...
Said we were written so much sci-fi about the future, one of them must be right.
Yeah. And, like, we're already getting... Like, even as far as... Like, touchscreens, even. That shit was pretty sci-fi back in the 80s. And now it's so commonplace, right? Like, we have it in our phones. We have it sometimes... some version of it on laptops and tablets, and it's everywhere, you know? All that stuff that we were like, yep, this is pure sci-fi, not really anymore, you know? Is it scary? Maybe. Not to me, but maybe. The way I see it is there's always going to be some asshole around that's going to abuse what's available to us. It's happened before, I have no doubt that it'll happen again. So, I mean, if you want to be cynical about it, that's valid, honestly. I certainly couldn't blame you for it. And I think it would be, you know, as much as I am personally willing to embrace it, I think it'd be foolish to not consider the flaws in pursuing all the stuff. Who the fuck? Get out of my house! You're not in my house, but get out anyway. Fuck. I'm gonna go sleep. Yeah, I just think it's, you know, I think we should embrace what's coming, but also be cautious and maybe instead of shunning it, we learn to adapt to it or adapt it and make it better and stuff. Alright, we have... Nope, I'm ignoring that phone call. A phone company that isn't even my phone company has been trying to call me. It's my phone company's, like, parent company, but they've been trying to, like, pester me because they're like, we want you to switch. We want you to switch. I'm like, I don't want to switch. I'm happy with my plan.
Swift Simeon.
I'm good where I'm at.
Said, do you think we will give up handwriting, and if so, how long do you think it'll take?
A lot of people have already given up handwriting. I've pretty much given it up entirely. It's just way easier, like, physically for me to just use a computer. And it's already not being taught in schools. So it's already happening. I don't think it'll take very long at all for it to get phased out. I do think that's a shame, though. You know.
Swift Simeon. Said, is it actually not being taught?
Yeah, actively. They would rather have kids just focus on using tablets and stuff because ease of access. And on one hand, that's fair, but on the other
Swift
hand,
Simeon.
it is a
Said,
skill
I was
that...
taught cursive. That was a waste of time.
Yeah, they stopped teaching cursive as well. They didn't really teach it when I was a kid. Well, they tried to teach me, but... you know, people at the Catholic school thought I was too dumb. They didn't realize it was because I was too blind. And even then, blind people can learn cursive, let's be completely honest. I'm just... It's not practical for me. I do think handwriting is still a valuable skill for people to have, but a lot of kids aren't being taught how to actually write. They're being taught how to type and use technology, which I do think is important for this day and age, but you know. I'm sure there's plenty of skills, though, that used to be valuable way further in the past that just haven't been taught in a very, very long time. I think as time goes on, we're gonna lose skills and we're gonna gain others. You know? And on one hand, I am very much let's embrace the future, but...
Said sewing used to be a key skill.
Man, I wish I knew how to fucking sew. That would be a very handy thing to have. Okay, so we need... Okay. I need to accommodate, I need to accommodate the cave. You know what I mean? I want to keep the cave. Let's get the slabs here. But yeah, I do think we should embrace the future, but I don't think we should forget...
Are you looking forward to?
What sci-fi thing? As in, like, thing that I'm waiting for them to have in reality type of thing? Honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of excited to see where...
Said yet.
I'm just kind of excited to see where what we already have going on goes, you know? Like, at this point, I'm just kind of agent of chaosing it, going like, huh, This is neat. Let's see what happens, you know? That's kind of where I am with it, at least.
Swift Simeon said 8-inch phones.
I mean, a lot of phones we have nowadays are already super tiny. Have you ever seen, like, microphones? Because, like, those are a thing. They're just, like, really, really tiny versions of smartphones that have very limited functionality, but they're tiny. But they're functional phones, you know? Also, excuse me, I keep,
Swift
like,
Simeon
hiccuping and shit.
said what, the prison phones?
No, there's, like, they're, like... They're meant for kids, usually. To give kids, like, a means of communication without giving them, like, a full-on smartphone. They're, like, cheaper alternatives type of thing. But they are a thing, and they function. You know? I think it's good to have those around. I can tell you, when I was a kid, having a cell phone was the coolest thing ever. I didn't get one until close to the end of high school, but holy fuck, when I was 14, definitely could have benefited from one. I have a horror story in which a cell phone could have absolutely contributed to saving me from. And I think I told the story on stream before. But like, oh my god, this story was wild. When I was 14, right, school started, and for whatever reason the bus never came to pick me and my brother up. We were not told of any changes, so we just kind of figured it was going to work like normal. But they never showed up. Turns out a cab shows up the next day, and, you know, we were asleep, so they're, like, knocking at our door and whatever, and, you know, turns out they're like, yeah, we're here to pick y'all up for school, and we're like, why, though? Why is a cab picking us up? That's funky, right? So my mom tries to make some calls to get a hold of people. Turns out we got bumped off the bus because of one other kid that insisted on taking a cab to school, and they were like, well, it's not worth it for one kid, so we're just gonna put 2 other people on there and not really tell them about it. So nobody was happy about this, but my mom basically got told, well, you're shit out of luck. So finally on the Thursday, a cab comes to pick us up again. Which, like, at that point, why go to school? We literally would have just come home the next day anyway, but my mom was like, you're going to school, and I'm like, fine, whatever. So we get in this cab, and it's this dude that, like, doesn't really seem to know what he's doing.
Said EY, taxi gang. I used to go to school via a taxi and I had to share with any other kid.
Here's the issue with the taxi gang, right? This story is gonna get off the fucking rails. This dude, right, comes to pick us up. He doesn't really seem to know what he's doing, right? He's just kind of like, yeah, get in the car, let's go, basically. So, I mean, we do, because we didn't seem to really have a choice in the matter, but, like, you know, my gut was going, like, shit's gonna get fucked, I don't like this, right? And, you know, of course, my mom had to go to work, so she's like, whatever, just go to fucking school, right? And I'm like, alright, well, you know, nice knowing ya, I guess. And of course my mom's sitting there going like, oh, don't be so dramatic. As she tends to do in her own sort of way. So we're on our way, and this driver's like, so do you know how to get there? And I'm like, what do you mean? Right? Because, to be fair to this guy, right? They got a driver in our town to drive us to a completely different town that he's never been to before. Right? And of course I'm not gonna say the town I lived in. Just, you know, just in case. So they get this dude who's never been to the town that our school was in, because of course we were at a boarding school. Right? So he's like, do you know how to get there? And I'm like, dude, we're 14. And blind. How the fuck are we supposed to give you directions? Also, do you not have a map? So this dude was also a very, very dangerous driver. We almost crashed like 8 times. The dude literally stopped on the highway to get directions from people. It was a fucking nightmare. It was terrifying. I remember the dude drives to...
Swift Simeon said that's wild.
Yeah, the dude drives to the town next to our school's town, stops off at a grocery store, or not a grocery store, a gas station. Keep in mind, he has a car with 3 minors in the car, me, my brother, and the other person. And he literally gets out the car, right? Leaves the door open, runs into the gas station without saying anything to us, right? He just sort of leaves 3 blind kids just stranded in a car. Comes back and he's like, oh, I'm in the wrong town. I'm like, what do you mean you're in the wrong town? This was already after about an hour and a half of dangerous driving on the highway. We get back on the road, and we finally make it to school's town. Oh, I forgot to get dirt. Hang on. I finally get to the town. But he still has no idea where to go. So we're like, he's like, do you at least know what street the school is on? So we tell him. It's on such and such avenue. Right? He misunderstood us. So to him, the street name was insert town name here avenue. Which was not... No. That's not what the street was called. It was close-ish. Like, it was like the first syllable of the town name and then avenue. Right? So he's like... He literally stops the car in the middle of a busy street, like not even at a red light. He literally just slams on the brakes. Some guy almost rear-ends us. And he gets out and walks to the car behind us, the one that almost rear-ended us, to be like, oh, hey, where is insert town name here street? It wasn't even avenue. And of course the person behind us was not thrilled about this. He's like, what the hell are you doing? Right? He does this about 4 more times, and keep in mind, we were on the road for about 3 hours at this point, because the only thing I had on me was a watch. I couldn't call for help, but... Excuse me, I couldn't call for help, but I could keep track of the time. So this terrifying motherfucker pulls this shit like 3 more times. It's a wonder we didn't get hurt, honestly. And then, finally, we somehow, by some miracle, make it to the school. And the vice principal walks out, and he's like, I've been waiting for you guys for like 4 hours. Like, what the hell? I ran out that cab, and I was like, never again. Absolutely never again. And like, so we ended up okay type of thing. But for the longest time, I could not get into a cab. You could not pay me enough to get into a cab for the longest time. Because that was like the most terrifying thing. I called my mom that night, and I told her what happened. And she was like...
Said not surprised.
Yeah!
Simeon said so sorry to hear that.
No, it was horrifying. So it was like me and my brother and this other kid were just freaking out. We're like, what the fuck just happened, right? Um, and it got to the, literally, while we were running into the school, because, like, you know, the vice principal clearly saw that we were freaked out, and he's like, oh, shit, okay, something went down, right? He just kind of dismisses us. He's like, just go to class. You already know where you're going. So, just get going, I'll deal with this guy, right? Literally, as we're going inside, I hear the dude asking, okay, so how do I get back to hometown? And I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god, this guy is literally going to stop on the highway, get out, and ask people for directions just to get home. And thankfully, I think our vice principal said something, because we never saw that guy again. But we had another guy. They still didn't put us back on the regular bus. For whatever reason, they insisted on this cab situation, right? And, you know, again, I called my mom the night of, too, like, as soon as I got back to the dorm.
I had the complete opposite experience. I had a gent and a lady so that if something happened so one could go off and leave the other with us. I remember them being so nice and friendly.
Yeah, the buses had attendants like that. They would always have, like, two people on the bus. Like, one, you know, obviously driving, the other to help with any, you know, anything that needed doing. Usually just supervising us and stuff. Cabs, not so much. But yeah, we had a different guy on the Friday, and, like, even after I called Mom and told her about what happened and stuff, she started making more calls, and she's like, why the hell did you put my kids in danger? What in the actual fuck is happening? And the person in charge of transportation was literally like, well, this is the way it's gonna be, you're just gonna have to deal with it. And she was like, absolutely not. Everybody... Thankfully, we had a lot of people in our corner, so they fought for us, which was super nice. So we had... They decided to assign a guy to us that would pick us up every week and take us home every week, so it was the same guy both ways. And this dude actually knew what he was doing and seemed to be pretty good. Really quiet, but pretty good. At the very least, not a reckless driver, and he knew where the fuck to go. So, we still weren't happy with it, though. Like, not... You know, the dude that we got reassigned to was pretty good. Like, if we were gonna be stuck with a cab, then fine. That dude would have been fine. But we still wanted to be on the back on the bus, because, like, half the time that's how we see some of our friends, because we were all in different grades and stuff, and we wouldn't really see each other during the week. So sometimes the only time we could interact with our friends was on the bus. So we're like, we want to be with our friends. So after about a month of fighting, the Minister of Transportation finally gave up and was like, fine, they can be on the stupid bus again. And they never messed with us since, because anytime we caught wind of them debating it, we fought them. We're like, absolutely the fuck not. So anytime I hear, like, you know, somebody's got to take a cab to school, there's, like, a part of me that just feels very, very scared for them, just because of my own experience. So it was a terrifying story. It was a terrifying situation to be in. Having a cell phone would have been fantastic, because you better believe I would have been either calling my mom or 911. Probably both. During that entire ordeal. And my brother was old enough that, like, my mom was considering getting us cell phones, but we didn't for a number of years because we just couldn't afford it, type of thing. And then my brother eventually got his iPhone, and the mom eventually got me one close to the end of high school and stuff, so would have been great to have one sooner than that, but, you know. It proved to be very handy during school, though, even though they never wanted us to use them. Because, like, half the time I would do my homework, I'd be doing my research, like, on my phone, because it was just easier.
Simeon said there's huge fights over transport now. One council wants to make it so you only get free transport if you go to your physically closest school, which will screw over so many people.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's fucked. Everybody always comes up with, like, laws and regulations that screw over the people that need this stuff the most. You know? It's so fucked. And I've completely derailed from my original conversation. I think that's okay, to be honest. But yeah, like, I just think technology is great. It has its drawbacks 100%. Because I do think it's a shame that we are kind of losing out on those older skills of the past that could still come in handy today. Like, if I was able to learn how to sew, I could fix all the clothes in my closet that have fucking holes in them. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm like, well, shit, I can't fix them. I don't have money to pay someone to fix them. And I don't have money to replace them. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I ain't fucking rich, you know? So I'm just like, well, shit, what do I do now? You know? So I have a ton of stuff that I just can't wear out in public anymore, despite the fact that I still love those shirts, but I'm like, well, I guess you're pajamas now. You know? So to have skills like that would be great, but they just sort of aren't taught anymore. My aunt tried to teach me how to sew, but she's not the best teacher. Bless her heart, she is not the best teacher. Also, I'm sorry, you're just looking at the ground most of the time. This cannot be very entertaining on a visual level. I apologize. We're almost done, though. At least with the dirt portion of it. I will have to put torches up because, you know, mobs. I think the thing that, like, weirds me out about, like, you know, new advances in tech the most...
Said I'm getting second-hand neck pain from imagining looking down so much, lol.
Honestly valid. That's valid. We're almost done, I promise. Like, see, I don't have to look down. I don't have to look entirely down anymore. There we go. Okay. Now I can start dropping torches, you know? Just around this whole area. Just lighten it up. I don't even know how many torches I have, to be honest with you. I probably don't even need this many, but definitely not over here. We're probably gonna still rip a few of them out. I just want to make sure things of the exploding nature don't show up and blow me up all the time, you know? Congratulations, we've spent time rambling about technology and terrifying cab rides to end up with this. What a wonderful vista. Ooh, new moon. Look at that. We actually just had a new super moon again the other day, which was really, really cool. I love doing shit during the new moon, full moons. It's good fun times. Uh, yeah, I think the thing though that I was trying to say before, like, my brain got all muddled again. The thing that weirds me out the most about, like, technology, at least these days, is, like, how resistant a lot of people seem to be to it. And, like, on one hand, I understand, but on the other hand, it's like, this is just the next thing in human advancement.
Said at least the night sky's pretty, sees that the moon is shaped like a square-shaped hollow's hole. Never mind. Call the Soul Society.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Don't worry about the don't worry about the square astrological bodies, it's fine. Or space stuff. Don't worry about the square space stuff. Don't worry about it, I'm fine. I'm fine. Can I get more slabs? I can. Let's do it. Look at that. Beautiful. Is that all we're gonna need? Probably not. We're probably going to need more. Because I need to do a little bit of planning. Where's my cobblestone? Where is my cobblestone? Let's get this. We're gonna make a ton of slabs. But yeah, technology is advancing at such a weird, like, weirdly insane rate. And, I don't know. I feel like the stuff that we're encountering, as much as there's a lot of it that is flawed, I can't deny that. This is the next thing. It's kind of just like what happened with books and shit. Eventually, you make more shit. Okay, so, here's what we're gonna do, right? I think I'm gonna put the pale oak over here. Honestly, why not, right? So we've got 1, 2, hang on, how many spaces between trees? 1, 2...
Simeon said I was watching a video the other day saying that our generation saw leaps and bounds in tech in smartphones, but it was somewhat leveled off now.
Yes, it has a little bit. It definitely has a to a point, right? Because a lot of the stuff you're seeing nowadays, like, let's be honest, there's not a whole lot of innovation with tech as much. Because while it has advanced quite a bit, it's also just kind of gotten stale. You know? And I think that's unfortunate, honestly. I think that's really unfortunate. Okay. Do y'all remember? And, like, this is an entirely different conversation. But do any of you remember in the early 2000s when technology was fun? When, like, you could get, like, weird, wacky-shaped phones in, like, all kinds of crazy colors and themes and shit like that. You had those phones that were strong as bricks that you could get, like, custom, like, cases for and things like that. Like, you don't see that anymore. And I think that's a shame a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Swift Simeon said I remember wanting the Sony phone that was also an emulator with a proper game pad.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, I love my iPhone, mainly because of what it does for me, but certainly not because of how it looks. Or how, like, cool and expressive it is, because it's really not. It's really not. Like, yeah, if you know where to look, you can find good, like, decent, fun cases for it. But even then, a lot of people don't go for those.
Said when I hear you calling, I think of that scene from The Simpsons where Homer yells at Flanders, "Will you shut up? People are trying to sleep."
Calling for me out in the night. Shut up, Flanders! That's funny. Good old Simpsons. There we go. I know I should be using my shovel for this. It'd probably be faster, but my shovel's kind of a little bit too good. And mine's a little too much.
Said good song though.
It's an amazing song, and I think Jesse did an amazing job with this cover. And like, I went back and listened to the original song. It's very similar, but I still think Jesse's is... I still prefer Jesse's, if I'm being completely real. Okay. Can I get away with this? Ooh, I can. Nice.
Said Minnie being 100% impartial there, LOL. Simeon.
No.
Said we were older than Marge from when the show started, which I a horrifying thought.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of insane how long The Simpsons has been around for. Actually, there's a lot of shows like that where I'm like, shit, man. This was around when I was like... The Simpsons is older than me, I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, that is crazy. But it's like, I think about that, and I think about stuff like the Pokemon anime, and I'm just like, holy shit, dude, that shit's old, man. Oh, I forgot to put torches here. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna put Pale Oak here, you know what I'm saying?
Said it was 1989, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely older than me.
Swift Simeon. Said 95 crew represent.
Yeah. Nah, cause I was 92. So, yeah, it's very much older than me.
Tiff B. Said I'm a 92 too.
Hooray! 92 gang, let's go. You know what's sad is I called my dad the other day, like
Swift Simeon. Said, oh great, I'm the baby in the group.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But I called my dad, right?
Said if it helps, my brother's a 95 baby.
Oh shit. Okay, we can now plant a good amount of pale oak. Very nice, right next to the dark oak, which I think is very, very fitting. Now I believe the only one I have yet to accommodate is the...
Swift Simeon. Said you know what's spooky, I have a sister who is a 92.
Oh, wild. Ooh, I also need jungle, that's what I need.
Tiff B. Said that is spooky.
1, 2, 3, 4. You know what, we'll go 5. I don't see myself using that much jungle. Sorry, I started another story. I called my dad, right? Because his birthday... My dad's birthday was on the 21st. So I call him and we, you know... My dad's not really a conversation guy. He's the type of guy that'll be like, you good? You eating? You're healthy? You're alive? Alright, cool. Love ya. Glad you're safe. Bye. He's that type of guy, right? Where, like, you know he cares, but he doesn't say much. Unless he has to. 1, 2, 3, 4. And apparently, he had stuff to say because he was talking to me. He was like, you know, how are you doing, right? He was genuinely trying to have a conversation, which did surprise me, but I appreciated it, you know? But he's the type of dude where he doesn't say much, so when he talks, you listen. So I asked him, like, how have you been holding up and stuff like that, just, you know, to check up on his health situation and stuff like that. And he's like, you know, same shit, different day, threw out my back again and all this stuff. And I'm like, I hate that I feel that. I hate that I'm at the point in my life where I feel that. And he's like, no, please tell me you're not getting old too. And I'm like, Dad, I'm 32. And I'm already getting back pain. And he's like, no, please don't tell me this. He's like, no, Minnie, please. Please. So me and my dad were literally both bonding over fucking back pain the other day. And I'm like, fuck, man. I am... I am old. It's such a weird... It's such a weird feeling when you can have that conversation with your dad, you know?
Said I can hurt myself from sleeping wrong.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I'm just like I told him, I'm like, literally I cleaned the house the other day, and now my back hurts. And he's like, yeah, no, feel that. And I'm like... Oh, I hate that we can bond over this. Cause it's like, on one hand I'm glad I'm not alone, but on the other hand I'm like, oh god, no, please tell me no. Can I squeeze one in right here? I might be able to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna go here. Ooh, barely. Look at that. Okay, I'm very, very much living on the edge right here, so can we not have creepers or whatever just pop in at me last second? I mean, that'd be super nice. That would be super nice. And give me a moment. Jesse is knocking. Yo! Very cool. Okay. It's really that high? I guess 20 is not the worst, but like, damn. Oh, was it? Yeah, I guess it's fair. Alright. I'm good with that.
Swift Simeon.
Apologies.
Said when Jesse comes a-knocking, the creeper comes bopping.
Yeah, I was definitely worried about that. I was like, oh god, are the creepers gonna show up? Okay. Look at this. I think I'm only gonna go 4 for the jungle. I don't think I need more than that, to be honest. And then I have space out here for, like... I don't know. I don't know what I'll use all this space... More trees! That's what I'll use this space for. I think eventually I'm gonna move the nether portal. Honestly. Like, eventually I'm just gonna cover this up. I feel like I should remove the pillar. I should remove the Pillar of Doom. This is iconic, though. This is iconic. Anyway, I need to decide where some acacia is gonna go, and I'm thinking about just doing one big line. I think that's how it's gonna go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And because I know they will grow in a line, and I don't see myself using a bunch of it. I'll have to fix that in a moment. So, like, going to about... maybe about to where this torch is. Right? Oh. Sure, why not? Is this too close to... oh, shit! That zombie scared me. I don't know how I didn't see you coming. Bro needs to fuck off. Okay, how close is it to this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I definitely need to put a torch here, though, because holy shit. That zombie genuinely scared me. Bro fucking jump scared me. Yep, perfect. Oh, come on. Just one big long row of acacia. No big deal or nothing. There we go. Beautiful. Now. Oh, I have exactly one torch. Look at that. Definitely need me some more, though. But I want to add our favorite... ah, motherfucker, I'm gonna have to fix those. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. My pickaxe might be a little too good, but it's fine. Dang it. There we go. Alright. I appreciate Swift Sneak, honestly, in all its glory. Like, Swift Sneak is just nice. Wrong. Oh my goodness. There we go. Man, I feel like I was going real strong with the conversation today, and now I just kind of fizzled out. I'm like, must break blocks. Here we go. Let's see if I can swipe a few torches from the immediate surrounding area here. You know, and just... I must be consistent with some of them. If
Swift
that makes
Simeon
sense.
said show those rocks who's boss.
Damn right. Oh, this is actually perfect. Look at this. And then we got like another one right here. That we'll probably just put right there. I know I've 100% been like torch spamming for sure. We'll just put it there. Yeah. There we go. That'll work. Very nice. I'm not gonna worry about mangrove, but we now have a giant area for that. So, you know, there's that. And I believe that's all the wood types. There's bamboo as well that we should definitely consider making a farm for. You know, having bamboo wood would be nice. Hey, hello! You! What do you got for me? Pale hanging moss. Oh, you can... Podzol. Okay, okay, okay. 3 emeralds for kelp. 1 for lime dye. Melon seeds. Wheat seeds. I don't really need... The Podzol would be nice though, not gonna lie. I mean, I could just get Silk Touch and I can have infinite Podzol with the spruce. Ain't gonna worry about the Wandering Trader. I'm gonna leave him be. He'll eventually go away, I think. Right. Let's grab ourselves some saplings. But yeah, sorry for subjecting y'all to my weirdly hot takes about, technology, apparently.
Swift Simeon said I would like to see Pokemon add the ability to haggle with other trainers. I'll give
right?
you 5 Pokeballs for a potion heal.
Honestly, right? Sounds like a job for, like, Cobblemon or whatever. Oh shit, how did I end up with so many acacia saplings? Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. Did I not get jungle somewhere? I did. There we go. Well then, I guess we're planting some trees. Because I feel like we've definitely been needing to do this sort of maintenance kind of thing. It's just nice to do this while we're just hanging out and chatting, to be completely honest. It's a good vibe. Alrighty, so we'll just kind of... Sorry, I'm doing the thing again, where I'm just looking down at everything. Because, like, I feel like the last couple streams, right, we've been doing a lot of exploring and stuff like that, and that's great, don't get me wrong. Hello! Already growing up. Look at that gloriousness. That's beautiful. Right. Get some of these jungle trees growing, and of course, we're gonna do the big ones. Right here. Oh, can only really do one at a time. At least at the moment. Fair enough. Fair enough. We should have plenty of pale oak saplings, though. So we can just... I am still very disappointed in the fact that, like, I'm glad we got the pale oak wood, right? But, like, not a single creaking. Not a single pale heart. Or creaking heart, whatever they're called. Not a single one of those. And I'm very bummed out by that. But at least we have the trees, you know? At least we got the cool wood. Or at least we will. So there we go. The acacia's growing, we're all good. Again, the only one left for us to get, I believe, is mangrove. And again, technically bamboo. Yeah. And like, look at our footprint, right? Look at our footprint right here. Honestly, whoops. Honestly? Because, like, we're in this area, which really isn't all that big. To be honest, I didn't want that to be in the way. That's really annoying. But the area we've sort of created here is honestly still really small. Not that I'm complaining. It just is. Very cool. Very, very cool. Put the jungle in there. Wheat seeds. We definitely have to start putting stuff away. That is raw pork chop. Let's put it with the other raw pork chop, I guess. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually organize my storage on screen this time. Usually I don't like to, but I think we're just going to. We might as well. At least while I think about what to actually do next, because I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Okay. So we got that squared away, all nice and whatever. Right. So it should just be these two.
Swift Simeon said, "Do I sense a montage coming?"
We're gonna need a montage. And of course, the first thing I think of is fucking Team America. God damn. We're gonna need a montage. Montage! Good times.
Swift Simeon said that was what I had in my head as well, lol.
Oh good! I am so glad we're thinking along the same lines. Right, let's put stuff away. Ooh, actually, I thought of a thing that we could possibly do, and you guys might actually be able to help me with that. Or with it. Somebody in my YouTube comments, I mean it was Heather, Heather suggested one time, that I consider making, like, potions of water breathing, for when we decide to take on an ocean monument. And honestly, I think she's onto something. So I'm like, how the fuck do we do potions? And I thought of the potions because of the spider eyes. You know? I'm like, I don't know nothing about potions. I know we need bottles of water. I know we might need... and I know we're gonna need various ingredients. I don't know what, though. No idea what. Look at all these seeds we got, though. Look at all this.
Swift Simeon said, "I'm only good at headology."
Yeah, I've not really dove into the potions before, so I'm like, I have no idea how to actually do that. Should definitely consider investing though, because that shit could be helpful. That shit could be real helpful to us. Okay, carrots. There we go. Let's do, where's my beetroot? Beautiful. Also, there you go. Wheat. See, I'm willing to do this on stream this time because there's not really that much of it. It's just when it gets like, when it gets to be like a whole thing, I'm just like, I don't really want to deal. I really, really don't. And I know, like, I mean, I don't ever. To be fair. See, there's so many, like, little farms we can make. Like, we could make a kelp farm at some point. A cactus farm. We could probably do a simple cactus farm. Here we go. And obviously sugarcane we have. Quite a bit of it, which is nice. And I believe that's everything. Let's double check. Yep. One thing I want to do, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is go check the super smelter, just in case there's stuff in it. There is not. We have accumulated quite a bit of fuel. I never finished this. I didn't make this pretty.
Swift Simeon.
But these are full.
Said kids will farm on Minecraft but won't play Farming Simulator 2025, SMH.
Minecraft is Farming Simulator. You know? Minecraft is such a different vibe from a lot of games, at least to me. I would much prefer... and I don't even like farming in Minecraft very much. I'm just like, you know... See, now I want to make a cactus farm, though. And I feel like we should be able to make one pretty easy, actually. What would we need for that? Not very much, I don't think. We need, like, a hopper, some water, sand. Obviously a chest. How much height do we have down here? Okay. 1, 2, 3. So if I put the sand here, we'd have 1, 2... And then they'd break on the ceiling. That's actually kind of perfect. Okay, yeah, fucking let's figure something out. Let's tinker. I was gonna do like the micro farms for the animals and shit, but I'm like, you know what? Let's we're still doing stuff, so it's fine. I'll deal with the animals another day. I need to bring up their population a tiny bit as well. Wait, why are you... Obsidian. That's wool. Wait, where did I put sand? You're sandstone. Wait, where did I actually put sand? Do I... what? Not all these chests are labeled, which is not helpful. Okay, so... do I really not have... I swear this was supposed to be the spot for sand. Am I wrong? Did I put it somewhere else? I don't think I did. I think obsidian might be in the wrong place. Oop. Yeah, that's... wait, hang on. Now I'm like, what have I done? Clay, dirt, gravel. Yeah, sand should be here. Why is obsidian here? There's soul sand. I swear I had sand, though.
Said at Swift Simeon, I vote we skip Farming Simulator 2025 and be like the kids of the late 1900s and yearn for the mines.
really need to make more item frames, but I don't have a ton of leather. I've got a little bit. Why is my steak here? Do I need to go out and dig up more sand? It would seem that I do. Okay, I guess we're gonna go dig up some sand. Fine. There's only one place to go for that. We actually don't need that much, but, you know. Desert Village.
Swift Simeon said Sandtopia.
Basically. You see this pit? This is where I got all that glass. This is, honestly kind of intense. Oop. I don't think I've ever gone really down here on stream very much. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's all we're gonna need. So, let's go home immediately. Where is it? Storage room. There we are. And now we're also going to... I feel like I want... What do I want? Dark oak, because I'm obsessed. Sure. And then we need... I need a bucket. So I need to go fetch some water. I also need... Do I actually have cactus? I hear an Enderman. Yeah, it's right here. Jeez, man. Okay, and then we need... Do I have some spare hoppers? Because this I know how to do. I only need one. Pretty sure I know how to do this. And I'm gonna go grab... Wait. Sure, and then I'm gonna grab a chest. And... one chest. I think that's about all we're gonna need. So... Let's go get some water. See, now I'm in, like, focus mode, trying to, like, think about what I'm actually doing. So that's a good part about digging. It's a lot harder, it's a lot easier to talk about other things while you're digging than it is to actually, like, build something, especially using mechanics that you don't normally fuck with. Ow. Hi, cow. Done. And because I don't feel like climbing the mountain... Listen, I know I'm lazy. I'm just being honest about it. Right, so... let us... We're gonna put it here in the corner. I'm definitely gonna have to figure out...
Swift Simeon
lighting
said I
here.
got distracted by my keyboard. Apparently it must accept any interference as per the FCC and it is approved by the Nigerian Communication Commission.
Oh! Well, good luck with that. Right. So, we're gonna have this guy here, this guy there. It's gonna be like this, basically. And I'm going to get our dark oak.
Dramatic Herbalist
D!
said hi Min. What are we working on today?
Just kind of farting around, really. Right now it's a tiny cactus farm. I expanded my tree farm area, basically, and that was kind of it, but like...
Dramatic Herbalist
wait.
said ha 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 mood.
The chest is gonna have to go in the ground, isn't it? Because the hopper's gonna have to go here. Ah. That's... I don't like that. I don't like that, but... I guess it'll be fine. I guess I could use more than one hopper. Hang on. Hang on. I'll focus on the aesthetics after. Ish. Kinda. Fuck it, we'll just take all... You know what? No. We're gonna... If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be weird, I might as well like it. Beautiful. Let's do this. I don't know if you've seen too much of this little tiny base, D. I'll have to give you a tour. Okay, so here's how this is gonna go, right? Chest is gonna be here, so that means hoppers have to be here, right? Which also means I need to fix at least this one. Right? Minimum.
Dramatic Herbalist said yeah, I've only seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to give you like a proper... I'll definitely have to give you like a proper thing in a little bit. Assuming you got the time today, you know? Okay, I really need to stop having like 10 million things in my hop. Like, look at all this. I don't need all of this. Not yet. Okay. So let's get these up here. But yeah. I hope you're having a good day, D. I still feel bad about missing the thing on Friday. It's kind of like a what can you do moment, but yeah. Okay, so basically all we should need to do now is put our water down and then our cactus, and then when they grow they'll hit the ceiling and then they should just sort of break. In theory. Now I need the water bucket. And if I put it here, it should all just kinda work itself out. Yeah, look at that. That all just comes right here to the hopper. Right, so... Only thing I'll need now is to put the cactus in. Is it going to be the most efficient cactus farm? Probably not. Especially the back ones, but we don't really need them to grow that high anyway. We just need them to break on the things. And then all we need to do now is just kind of close this off.
Dramatic Herbalist said, listen, we were all run ragged on Friday, no worries.
I mean, yeah, I just felt bad. I was like, ah, man. I said I would be there. You know? One of those things. Okay, I know how to sort out this aesthetic issue. One problem at a time, Minnie. One problem at a time.
Said, and I have time today. May have gotten distracted by replay stuff and eaten through my available recording time today.
Oh, I feel that. Okay, let's... Yeah, you know what? That works. And then we've got... this... What? What? That... Fine. There we go. And I know how to do clever things to make this look a tiny bit better. I'm not happy with the chest being in the ground, but I also don't want to go through the trouble of fixing it. So, that's tough toenails for me, I guess. There we go. There's another one stuck up here. There we go. And then we can bring in the dark oak stairs, which hopefully I have enough. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. And that one's gonna drive me crazy. Okay. We can fix it. We'll be fine. Dark oak. Beautiful. I will say, I was talking about giving you a tour of the space. It's not that big, to be fair. It's really not. But, like, I don't know. I like it. Alright, let's fix these real quick. Let's just cut the other one out so that I can... I'm surprised it didn't immediately connect. There we go. And then... Boop. Good. And then... Boop. Perfect. Honestly, not horrible. All things considered, not horrible.
Said, from what I've seen, it's very cute.
I like it a lot. Okay, so now this should still be... This should produce... Because when it grows one more up, it should just break on the ceiling, I assume? I hope, because that's a half block. Probably should have looked this up to make sure it would work. Because I know usually, like, you're supposed to put, like, fence gates in there. And if we have to, we'll break in there and do it. But, we'll see. We'll leave that for a little bit. Okay, well, you know, if we're gonna give a tour, might as well have it be now. So this is our super smelter.
Dramatic Herbalist said they don't usually break on blocks above them, sadly.
Oh, do they not? Oh, that sucks. Because I just kind of figure, oh, okay, so we will have to put something there. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we'll just fix it now. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have fence gates, so we can make this happen. Hey, look at that. Fence gates.
Dramatic Herbalist said, yeah, I think they should, but such as it is.
The lack of silk touch is painful. I'm aware of this. Okay, so we pretty much only need... It's fine, it's fine. Right? And then open that up so it doesn't get like... There. I assume since they're open, they won't... They'll still, Here we go. Did I really use all the... I did. Okay. Not too much to worry about. Where are they? There we go. We literally only need... Yeah. There we go. Come on. There you go. Really? You just... Okay. I just wanted 2, game. Okay. See, this is why I'm glad I have smart friends. That's where the other ones went. Wait, why did they end up in there? How did I mess that up? It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna worry about it. We'll see if that works, because otherwise I'm like, I don't know what else will. So hopefully it'll still work even if they're open. Anyway, it's tour time! Right. So, newly built cactus farm. Wonderful little super smelter. It's very cool. I like it a lot. You just kind of flick this and it just kind of automates everything. Everything just ends up in here. It's a little bit slapped together, but you know, it's fine. It works. It's all good. You've seen the storage system already. So let's go upstairs. This is the sugarcane farm. We've gotten... All of this is from today. There's like... We had like 16 in here when we started the stream, and this is what we've collected so far. Honestly, pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. I heard a zombie out there. Okay. And then we've got our villager trading hall with our wonderful, wonderful scene. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Yeah. I have the trapdoors here because I put, magma blocks under the workstations because that supposedly makes them reset
Dramatic
faster.
Herbalist said, I love the trading hall.
Yeah, I love it a lot too. I love the way I was gonna cover up the... I was gonna cover up, like, the tops of these. Except, like, I honestly, from down below, I don't hate how it looks without them. I'm just like, I kind of feel like I'm good. I could probably still slab them over or something, but I'm like, I don't know that I need to. I don't know that I need to. I'm gonna set up a regular enchanting
Dramatic
table
Herbalist
at some point.
said, what version are you on at the moment?
121.4, I believe. I'm gonna actually sleep real quick before I show you the rest of this. I need to update, though, at some point. Only real reason I haven't is because I don't want to go hunting for the mods again. Yet. So, that's a whole thing. We've got our iron farm over here.
Dramatic Herbalist said 1.2 does change cactus mechanics pretty dramatically.
Oh, does it? That's mildly annoying. But yeah, this is the... I love the way this looks on the outside.
Herbalist said, yes, it is annoying.
I love the way this looks on the outside. I've got glowberries that I need to harvest. No. 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 Go away. set me on fire. Rude. Anywho.
Swift Simeon said in the future we'll have self-driving flying cars and updated cactus mechanics.
Okay, it sucks when these vines grow and you don't get more berries out of them. We literally only got one berry. I've decided that I'm gonna put the berries on the windows, just as, like, curtains. Is this a good idea? I have no clue. But, anyway... Still can't believe how long it took me to figure out that roof.
Dramatic
that was a long
herbalist
stream.
Said rude glowberries. But
Honestly,
I love
right?
them on the outside of the windows.
Yeah, I just figured, I'm like, I don't really want to build a farm for them, but I want them. So they can hang on just about anything, why the heck not? So we pretty much just have our tree area and our villager breeder over here. But yeah. This is what our tree farm is looking like. It's very... It's rudimentary, but it works, you know? And we just did...
Swift Simeon
this area today.
said I prefer free-range glowberries anyhow.
Honestly, right? We got our wall of acacia. Look at this wall. It just turned into a wall. Oh good, our jungle is growing. Very, very nice. We got our pale oak growing as well. Very, very nice. I'm very happy with this. Look at this. I love this. Dark oak, obviously. I gotta get mangrove set up over here. Problem is, mangrove grows really weird. So that's probably gonna be like this area. I also need to set up bamboo as well. I have bamboo, I don't have mangrove yet, but I know where to get mangrove. And yeah, at the moment we have these temporary animal pens, which, I need to breed my pigs a little bit more, because eventually I want to create little micro farms. And I can actually show you the farms I want to make. And I was thinking about tinkering with them today. This is our... Look at these two, just forever isolated in boats. You know. I sort of let them go on a little bit too... Look at this mess. Look at this mess of people just constantly trapped in here. I kind of feel bad for them. I made mistakes.
Dramatic herbalist said that is a heckin' lot of villagers.
Yeah, entirely 100% too many. Let's see how much iron we collected.
Dramatic herbalist said time to make a giant iron farm.
Yep, I just got a little one. I've been getting quite a bit of iron from it though. So I emptied this at the beginning of stream. Okay. Sure. And I brought all the other iron back. So I have like a lot of iron at the base. Which, I mean, this is the base, but you know. We'll go make an offering to the bone meal gods real quick. Hey, Doug. The zombie's name is Doug. What's up, buddy? These poor guys are just perpetually scared or whatever. I don't think it's quite working right. Like, I feel like I should move Doug a little bit closer to them, but... It still produces iron at night. So there's that. Doesn't like it when I sleep. I would love to make an iron farm at some point that, like, will give me iron, like, during the night, or during the day as well, but I don't know if that's possible with current mechanics. I feel like it should be. But, you know. Yep. This chest is very full. But yeah, that's the base, basically. Haha. Um, so I do want to show off. I don't want to. I don't. How long have I been here for? That's the ultimate question. Just over 2 hours. Okay, it's like 7 right now. It's like, yeah, 7 o'clock basically. So there are a few farms that I want to make, and part of me is like, do I want to show you in...
Dramatic Herbalist said yeah, you can make iron farms that work during the day. Basically
Yeah.
you just need a mechanic that removes the zombie from sight long enough for them to try to sleep at night.
Yeah, this one, he just kind of sits there, type of thing. I'll need to tinker with that at some point. And to be fair, this works because I can just like AFK at night or whatever, and you know, like while I'm asleep, and just AFK and
Dramatic Herbalist
let it do its thing.
said if it works, it works.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be nice to get a little bit more out of it though. But I mean, to be fair,
said I'll be heading off for the night. Have a good week, everyone.
Alrighty. Bye. Thanks for chilling out, Swift. I appreciate you. To be fair, like, I'm good for a while, you know? Like, I feel like I'm okay. I also have a skeleton farm that I made that has given me all of this. And apparently I'm going to be relying on it quite a bit more.
Dramatic Herbalist said haha, yet I'd call that good for a while.
100%. So I'm like, I don't really need a better one. It'd just be nice, you know what I mean? It'd just be nice. If I really wanted to, I could put rows of crops right here. I could legitimately do that. Can I get more glowberries out of this? See, at this point, I'm just like, now I don't even know what I want to do. I'm just like... No, just the one. Really? That's so rude. Haha! And of course, like, these are just all gonna be hanging out here, you know? I think it's cute having them out here. Like, I know because they don't really grow for that long, they don't get a lot of height, I guess. So I'm not gonna get as much out of them, but that's okay. Right. So the micro farms I want to make, I'm gonna actually go into a different world real quick to just show you some stuff. We're gonna go into the old testing world that I originally used when I was a part of the Unknown Empire. It's full of a lot of beta test designs for my old Unknown Empire base, including my first attempt at building the super smelter that I use actively. This was made by Wells Knight, just FYI, not my design at all. Anyway, I tinkered a lot with item elevators and stuff. This was like in 1.13, so it's probably, some of this probably doesn't work the same as it did. But I do know what I actually want to use. One, this. 100% this. I need... No, not this. This is not the one. Where's the chicken one? Here it is. This. I built it out of glass so that I could... Don't ask me what this was for. I built it out of glass so that I could actually, like, reverse engineer it. I don't know who came up with this originally, but... It is, you know, it's one that I'm gonna use because we need chicken. This is my redstone tinkering zone. I'm not very good with redstone, by the way. But then I got this. This is a little micro cow farm that, welcome back from the ads. So we're in a test world that I had since Unknown Empire Season 2. So this world's been around for probably like 6 or 7 years at this point. And I would like to basically recreate this. This is a micro cow farm. It was originally designed, I think, by Mumbo Jumbo way back in the day. So, why is the sign there? Is the sign necessary? I adapted this for pigs. But yeah, it's a little small thing. Mumbo originally designed it, so it's like, you know, you just get dispenser, hopper, comparator, redstone, dispenser underneath. Basically, you just get a lava bucket. So what you do, since there's a pig in here, you basically, you hit this, right? So you can bring them up higher so you can feed them. Right? And then once you fed them, they end up over here. They grow up, and then you excuse me. Okay. You gotta pick a spot there, bud. You can pick a spot. I definitely want to get it so that the trapdoor doesn't, like, interfere with them in the future, because this is definitely not a perfect design, as you can see. But this does work with sheep as well, type of thing. So I definitely want to make something like this. I was trying to tinker with the design as well at one point to try to make it better for sheep and stuff, and it sort of ended up really weird. Don't even ask. I don't even know at this point. So yeah, I definitely want to do something like that. And there's this. I don't know if this design still works, to be honest with you. What was this even for? Is this a pumpkin farm? Like a melon pumpkin farm? Why does, oh, right, because when the pumpkin grows, it sends the signal to it sends the redstone signal to the piston, and then it breaks, and then ends up in a hopper, question mark. Or something. It does some stuff. This is such a tiny little thing. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of things I tinkered with in this world. Not really a whole lot to... Creative testing worlds are fun. Because, like, I played with a lot of weird shit, most of which I never, like, finished. I forget who originally made this, but I changed the block colors, and it is now a s'more house. And then I tweaked it. And then I saw tutorials from, like, other people. This is, I think, from QB. I actually put a sign here. Yeah, this is a QB thing. Same with this one. Because I watched QB a lot for a while, because they put out a lot of cool stuff. And then, of course, there's my nether church, which I designed. I designed this myself, so, you know. There was a lot of stuff in this world. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to... Now that I've taken a look at the thing, we can hop back in here. Beautiful.
Dramatic herbalist. Said creative test worlds that have been around for a while are so much fun, they're so random.
Yeah. Because, like, originally that was for one of the other SMPs I used to be on, the Unknown Empire. But then I started using it for other stuff, because I'm like, well, I already have this space, why am I going to make a separate world? And, yeah, things, you know, I never had the heart to get rid of that world. Never had the heart for it, you know? Right, so I want to build those little micro farm thingies. Basically in here. And, like, part of me was, like, thinking to put the chicken cooker here, but I'm like, is this gonna be enough space, right? Because I don't want to interfere with the chest here. I think I might, like, just put a bunch of storage here and then see if I can shove it in over here, because I got plenty of space here for the other ones. Plenty of space here for the other ones. And I think I want to do the
Dramatic herbalist.
micro farm down here.
Said what kind of fire did the chicken cooker use?
It was lava. It was one of those where it, like, spews out lava for just a split second. Type of thing, so it's not, like, constant lava. Hey, look at that, it's working! That's 10... That's 6 more than we had. Hooray!
Dramatic herbalist. Said you might want to not build that near wood to be safe.
That is fair. That is fair. I was able to have... So... You know what? Let me show you something else. I'm gonna show you something else. Please tell me I'm in the right spot. I am not in the right spot. Okay, hang on. This is another giant world. This is the UE Season 2 world. Pretty much the world I was talking about that I was on for the build tester. Ooh, that was funky. But let's go... Where's the entrance? It'd be right here. Can I go teleport here? Thank you. Beautiful. So the chicken cooker, I built it here, and there's definitely... Like, I built it far enough back that, like, any lava that does come out wouldn't really be too big of an issue here. But yeah, definitely being careful is a thing. This right here uses lava as well, right? But it never, despite being so close to the wood, it never really posed too much of an issue. You know? So I think if I build it right, it won't be that big of a deal. Because, like, the lava comes out right here. Kind of thing. Something like that. Wait, how does this work? I'm just, like, looking at it going, like, how the heck does... Yeah, because I think the eggs get spewed out right here, and then the lava's up top or something. Something like that. So it does get fairly close to the wood, but if it's built correctly... Yeah, see? It's like, it's literally just a split second. Also, this is my kelp farm. I don't know why I made it out of cracked stone brick, but I did.
Said fair enough. I don't remember the exact mechanics of lava catching things on fire. I'm just overly cautious after burning half a giant building down.
Completely fair. Completely fair. But I think as long as I build it out of the right stuff, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. As long as I'm careful with it. Because this place is very flammable. But it's not been an issue here or there. You know, so it's... Look at the amount of pigs I have in here. I had a ton of stuff. So yeah, I didn't need hoppers everywhere, to be honest. But yeah, I would eventually like to build something like this, but maybe a little bit less chaotic. Because this thing, the redstone behind this thing is an absolute train wreck. Let me show you this shit. Can I get in here, please? Can I get in here, please? Sweet lord, okay. I mean, this is the sugarcane thing. But more importantly, right? You know, over here, it's like, okay, yeah. Pretty solid all the way down. Right? The hell? Okay. But then you get up here, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, observers to the, you know. And like, all of this is fine. Kelp comes up here, observers detect it. Pistons happen, the stuff floats, gets pushed over here into the thing. But how I connected this up, right? How I connected this, like, this is all fine, right? This is all whatever. But then you get to... Then you get to this. And it's just kind of a... It's just kind of a mess. It works, but it's a mess. Oh, see, now I'm like... This whole thing was a mess. Holy crap. Why did I build it this way? Oh wait, that was my way up. Jeez. Behind the scenes redstone with somebody who does not know what they're doing. To the point where I couldn't even make a proper maintenance thing for this place. It was just kind of like, hide everything. Hide absolutely everything. This is my original cactus farm, by the way. Man. If only this game worked kind of like Terraria, where you could, like, transfer... or not even necessarily Terraria, because I've not actually played it, so I don't know if you can do this, but, like, to carry over characters to where you can give your character resources from one world and transfer them to another. I understand why that would be broken in a multiplayer world, to be fair.
Dramatic herbalist.
But fuck, it'd be nice.
Said in the theme of today's stream is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It really kinda is, you're not wrong. And it's like, I don't know that I necessarily want to go hunting down the lava, to be completely real, but I do want to build those micro farms at some point. I don't necessarily want to fight with this right now, though. But I'm also like, what else do I want to do? I don't really know, to be completely real with you. I did a lot of digging, I did a lot of rambling, I made a cactus farm, which I was... Like, that was definitely not the plan. But, you know, we did it, and that's cool. I don't really have an explicit need for cactus, but we have it now. So, you know. I'm gonna take you, though. You're gonna come with me, and go back downstairs. I feel like at some point I'm just gonna end up creating a whole series of, like, mole tunnels. You know what I should do? I should make myself a house. You know? I still don't have a house. Or, like, an apartment or something. You know? Not anything fancy, but it's like, where would I build it, you know? Because this is very, like... This is about as close to industrial as I've got. I mean, it basically is. This is like the industrial complex.
Bach 921 said you need loft apartment in the city.
Yeah, right? It's like I need to beautify the iron farm. I need to... Eventually, when I'm done sorting out the villager trade stuff, I'm going to dismantle the breeder, because I'm like, I'm not going to need it anymore. Type of thing. As soon as I can guarantee that these guys are going to be safe in here, which, I mean, they should be. Nothing's really attacked them thus far, you know? Because, like, I come in here, this thing shuts off, or closes the door behind me, and it's all good. If I want to be extra secure, I could use iron doors. You know? That might be a thing to think about. Yeah. But see, now I'm like, well, shit, now what? Now what? Where's this gonna be? Because part of me is like, it'd be nice if it was, like, connected to the... Hi? Your legs are going through my window. Oh, no, see, that's just rude. Can you not be there, actually? Is this the game's way of telling me that I shouldn't make a house here? Because I kind of almost want it to be like a separate sort of building, but I also don't want it to be like... I don't know. I'm gonna go deal with that spider, though. I don't need to. It's not doing anything to me, but I don't want it there. Hi! Hey, bud. Oh, shit! Okay! Oh! Oh, that was panic. That panic, that was immediate. Oh my goodness. Oh! You know, there had to be a creeper jump scare at some point, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Wow.
Dramatic herbalist. Said better reaction time than me, haha.
I genuinely, like, I almost jumped out of my chair. Right! Location scouting. Let's do it. Let's build ourselves a tiny house. Right? And I feel like maybe it should be, like, across from everything. Right? Like, maybe even right here. You, what are you doing here? You! You! No one said you could be here. Sorry, that was very hostile. Yeah, let's do something small, like right in this little spot, you know? And part of me is like, how do I want to approach this, right? Like, part of me wants to use pale oak. Part of me really wants to use pale oak. And you know, it just so happens that we have a good amount right here. Where was it? Was it this one? Was it this one? It was, I still need to label the chests. But I feel like, we could do, like, let's see, dark oak logs for, like, the supports, pale oak, and then, like, a darker floor, that way it's not, like, super, I don't know, it's gonna be very contrasty, though, I feel like. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But just the fancy white walls, you know, let's just leave those there. Right, and then we'll get dark oak. I kind of feel like I want to start working with that and then coming through with other stuff to other types of other colored woods and things like that, just to kind of Um, just to kind of help it, like, I don't know, not be super intense. I also feel like I want maybe deep slate at the bottom. Maybe deep slate. Do I have enough deep slate bricks? That'd be fancy. I do, in fact. Do I have stairs? I have slabs. I do have stairs. Let's do stairs. Deep slate brick stairs as like a foundation-y type thing. And maybe spruce for like the porch slash floor question mark. At the very least the porch. I think that'll look nice. You know what, just for the sake of it, let's grab some bricks and keep those with us as well. Okay. I am thinking, right? I am brainstorming on the fly. We're doing this on the fly. And sometimes I think doing things on the fly is the best way to do them. Because I'm like, oh, let's do a house, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how this is going to work, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I could focus on all that and just be stuck. Or I can try something, you know? And I feel like, how do I want to approach this? I feel like most of the time I'm going to be approaching from there. So I almost feel as though I should... Let's see. Right. We'll make a little bit of a corner here. Right? And then that'll probably be... Let me... Because I'm not trying to make a big place or anything, you know what I'm saying? Let's get that out the way. There we go. I don't want to make anything huge. Nor do I want to make anything, like, super fancy. Right, and then we're gonna kind of come out here. How big do I want this porch to be? Maybe one more. Right, and then we got... There we go, and then we'll just kind of go back and keep it kind of basic. Nothing overly complicated, you know. Okay, so from this little corner, we'll have... We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think we'll go there. Just because I want to give this a little bit of like a foundation, if that makes sense. Something vaguely foundation-y. Let's see, how many was this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently we're just going in 5s. Alrighty. And then we'll do... There we go. Perfect, and that's all I wanted the deep slate for. Right? Because... I mean, I'm probably gonna actually get rid of the actual blocks here, but... Yeah, because this is gonna basically be the floor. Which, I don't know that I actually want spruce for that after all. Definitely for the porch, but like... Let's see, do I want to go with, like, regular oak? I think cherry or birch would be too bright considering the pale oak that we're using. Put that away. Yeah, okay. Let's get some... Or do I want to use an entirely different material for the floor? Because I feel like I want to go darker with the floor. Not like super, super dark, but like dark enough. Like, I could go with cherry logs and do that like crisscross pattern that I like to do. We'll try it. We'll try it. Oh, yeah, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, because basically... This has to go... If it's gonna work the way I want, this has to go out one more. Crap, did I put the, I didn't. Okay. Right. So, that basically means... This is gonna come out and become spruce. Let me... Yeah, okay. Alright. We're working on stuff. Right, so... Spruce. I should get stairs. I'll get the stairs later. I will detail this later. I just want to get... Basically, before we end off, I just want to get, like, the basic idea of this, because I'm like, you know what? We deserve a place to live, even if it's small. Even if it's nothing fancy. I can make it a little bit fancy. I'm definitely not as great at detailing stuff as, like, D tends to be, because... Y'all, shout out 100% to Dramatic Herbalist, because holy crap. It's just, like, you have good builds. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You build good stuff. Right. Walls. Let's do... Let's see how this ends up looking, right? Because... So we got a wall that's gonna happen right here. Like, it's gonna start right here. Which I didn't need to... It's fine. Right? It's gonna be here. Right like that. Man, today's stream has been very much like a mix of things. Wow, with the shaders on, the pale oak is very, very, very white. That is about as white as it gets.
Dramatic Herbalist said, "Aw, thank you. Shapes are hard, haha."
They definitely can be. And I think the door is gonna go... right here. Maybe a little window right here. Nothing crazy, right? And then, like, I feel like there should be a window here, but I also want, like, a front window. But, like, do I want it to be that wide? Maybe like that, like the too wide over here. And then here can be like that, I guess. I don't know. We'll tweak it as we go. And then just sort of give myself an idea of how I want to do this. I feel like a window right in the middle here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just kind of go in another one here. Sure, that works. And then, like... Okay. Alright. No. I'm not gonna be able to work with this height. Cherry logs. Let's do this. I don't use patterns like this often, but I should more often. It's all good though. Like a lot of this too is just like me just trying to focus on what it is that I'm actually doing, and then I just forget to say things at you. And I'm like, well, this is awkward. Did I? Okay. So you need to go this way. There you go. And then you there. I feel like this could work. And then if I get like some carpet in there or something, like that'd be nice. Beautiful. And then... See, it's just a lot of alternating pattern, and I'm like, what do I say? What do I talk about? What do I do? I don't know. Does it matter? Maybe not. It's like, now's not the time to second guess your content, Minnie. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so it's here. And then here. See, because now I can at least stand on something and not worry too much about it being like... There we go. Yeah. Alright, get you back here. Because I feel like I don't want this to be very big. This is probably already bigger than it should be. But, like, you know, I can have a little kitchen here, a little place to sit, and a bed space, right? So, I'll probably forego the second window over here. And then over here, I'll probably do the same thing where it's like 1, 2, and then... right there. And then I also feel like I should divide this space a little bit as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 again. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, that's a lot of windows, but I do want to break up the pale oak a little bit, you know? And then I feel like we're probably just going to... I don't want to make this like a super tall house, you know? So I think we're just going to kind of bring it across. I don't know what I'm going to do for a roof yet. But I'm like, I don't know that I want to detail this right today, but definitely to get myself a functional space, if nothing else, by the end of the day. Like, just a place for... Like, this is literally just going to be an aesthetic place for my bed. Like, I'll probably put furnaces and crafting tables and whatever in here, but it's not going to be anything, like, functional, you know what I mean? I do want to make a peak on the roof, though. I definitely want to do that. So we'll work on that in a moment, right? Because I feel as though... yeah, I feel like we can do this. I feel like we can absolutely do this, right? Because if I start in right around here, I can probably adjust the windows as I go, too. Right? We get this guy up in here. Beautiful. Okay, okay. And then one more here. Is that enough? Yeah. Right? And then we can do that. And then oh, that does that because I built it slightly different. Honestly, that might actually be okay. Because then I can make this, I can leave this slightly taller. I think. Maybe. And of course I'm gonna do some fancier stuff. I don't know. I think I can dig it, right? And I feel like we're going to do... I feel like I want to do a really dark roof as well. So let's bring up these a little bit. Just to have at least some idea on how this is gonna look. I'm thinking we'll go classic cobblestone for like the roof trimming as well. I think that'll be nice. I don't know that I have enough, but I should actually. I don't know why I'm like all concerned, honestly. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and then we can get some fencing, and then detail it with other stuff. I feel like this is gonna be cute. I feel like it's gonna be cute. I could probably put buttons on it like I did with this building to kind of offset the stark white a little bit, because it is very, very white. And to be fair, this is the first build I'm actively using pale oak in. So that's kind of a whole thing, really, if you think about it. Okay, so essentially...
Dramatic herbalist. Said dude, I just opened my front door in the world I'm working in and there was a creeper.
Oh,
right there,
no!
in my face.
Oh, no. That's terrifying. See, let me think. I could even bring the roof up one more, just because of how this is. Hang on. Let me get back up here. Right? Because I can then... Yeah, let's do that. It does add a whole nother layer to it, but I think we'll be fine, honestly. Yeah, we're basically just gonna... And then we're gonna do it up here as well. Sure. Right, and a lot of that... I think that's gonna be fine. I think that's gonna be fine. So here's what I'm gonna do. I could even increase the size of these windows on the sides too. Make things a tiny bit more dynamic, you know? A tiny bit. Even if it's only like one higher. And of course, it's gonna get adjusted from there, but, you know. You know, just... Again, I'm not trying to go, like, super, super fancy, but I'm definitely trying to... Let's give it a little bit of something. Let's grab some cobblestone and decide what we're gonna use for a roofing material. Because I feel as though... I think we're done with this. We're possibly done with this? I don't actually know. You know what, let's just dump everything for the moment. Dump it all for the moment. Right. So first of all... Do I have dirt? Where's my dirt? There's dirt. Let's grab a stack of dirt for scaffolding purposes. Because we are way too old school, we do not use scaffolding in this house, apparently. We're gonna need definitely more than this. Do I still have... Okay, we got... Let's grab a couple of stacks. It's kind of a little bit more than a couple, but you know, whatever. We'll just do a little bit of this. Nothing crazy. Do I still have slabs in here? Do I? I don't think I do. That is definitely a no. Alright, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I should also be using this. Alrighty. Let's just make a bunch of stairs. Actually, no, yeah, we'll make at least one more set. There we go. Okay. And actually, we'll take this and make more slabs, just to be on the safe side. Beautiful.
Tiff B. Said I'm gonna hop off now. Night Minnie.
Alrighty. Good night, Tifa. Thanks for chilling around, like chilling out for so long. I appreciate you. Right. Here's what we shall do. Dirt. Beautiful. I might have to adjust this, because this may not look the best, but we're gonna try. Would have probably been better had I gone like the brick route, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Oh shit. Son of a bitch. Here we go. Can I get my pickaxe out, please? Can I see the... There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Hang on. Because I can just go... I can do this. Beautiful. And then work my way up this way. Crazy to think that I've gone this long and only now am I building a starter house. Let's go the upside down stair route here, and there will be a slab on top. Boom. Whoop. There we go. Definitely should have added another row of pale oak here, but oh well. To be honest, I'm not really planning on finishing this right now, but one step at a time. That's basically the moral of the story here. I'll probably carry that across. I don't know. Nah. Nah. Oh, okay. Actually. Ow! finicky. If a creeper comes up behind me, I am gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad and scared again. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get up there again. Yeah, this is definitely gonna need some detailing for sure. But honestly, not a bad start, I feel like. I feel like this is a pretty decent start. Right, this is where it's going to get a little bit weird because of how it's going to connect to the other side, but I think it'll be fine. Okay. My eyeballs are protesting at me, so it's definitely a sign that I should end soon. Because, I mean, you know, sometimes it'd be like that. Here we go. And then head on down here. Yeah, I definitely regret the lack of block here. Okay, let's go from this side. And it's like, you know, Minnie, you could go back at any point and grab that oak and fix this. It'd be real simple. Real simple. Okay. So, I'm gonna do this as a temporary block and then get that. Beautiful. And it's like, you know, Minnie, you wouldn't have temporary blocks. You could just build the thing. It's like, you know what, me? Stop being an asshole to me. Man, you know you're pressed for words when you start actively talking to yourself on stream. But listen, if I gave you the dialogue that I actually hear from my internal voice, you'd be far more concerned for me than you probably already are.
Dramatic herbalist. Said okay, that's facts though.
Honestly, right? I feel like I'm working on it 100%, but I still have the annoying tendency of being very unkind to myself. And when I mean very, I mean extremely. I'm far more self-deprecating than I should be. And I'm working on it. I'm trying to be better about it, but like, fuck, sometimes the things I hear out of my own head are like, it's sometimes like the worst shit ever. I'm like, man, why am I such an asshole to myself? Like, why am I such a dick to me? There we go. Okay. So, like, I mean, it's basic, right? It's very basic right now. Very. But I'm also, like, that's kind of what I was aiming for, to be fair. Alright. What should I use as a roof? First of all, pale oak, please. We'll need a little bit of that. We don't, to my knowledge, need any more of this. There we go. I'll put the dirt here for now. What should I use as a roof? It doesn't have to be wood necessarily. I should make a chimney. That's what I should do. That would be cool, because then I could put, like, what is it? Lightning rods at the top? Just like a cool way to, like, disguise that. And then just use campfires so like the place doesn't burn down so I can be fancy and not have to worry. Okay, one thing at a time. Jeez. Right, roof, ceiling, thing. I don't have very much of this. I don't know that that would look very good. Yeah, I don't have enough and I don't think it would look the best. I want to definitely bring in color beyond the white and gray, basically. The spruce is definitely a nice pop, and I'm definitely tempted. That is 100%, like, I feel like that's the safe choice. I'm trying to think what else I could go for, though. I don't know that I have a whole lot. Because, like, I mean, technically speaking, I guess I could go for acacia if I really wanted orange, but I don't want orange. I don't want to go too light, but I don't want to go super dark. I think it might have to be spruce for now. Wait. How much of this do I have? Speaking of I have so much. I have so much. Block of copper. I know this is gonna, like, oxidize over time, kind of thing. First of all, how do you make lightning rods? I'm just gonna...
Dramatic herbalist.
There we go.
Said I gotta scoot for now. Good luck with the rest of the stream. This is looking so cute so far.
Alrighty. Thanks for chilling. I might be ending pretty soon anyway, to be honest with you, so... Greatly appreciated, though. Alright. Let's go for that. Can I make... Do I have to do cut copper and then make it into stairs? That would seem to be the case, and I don't have... I don't have wax... to, like... Okay. I don't have wax to prevent this from oxidizing right now, but... I definitely gotta go on the hunt for more copper, though. Because I do not use this enough. And, like, I think I might actually be okay with it going green. I don't know. We'll have to see how that looks. Or even partially green. Note to self. Bee farm. Figure that out. Get some of that beeswax and honeycomb and stuff. But let's at least put... Let's at least put a roof on this. Let's get this out. Yeah. Because I feel like we're gonna want it, you know what I mean? Oop. Not there. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry my conversation ability has just... You can tell I have less energy than when I started. You can really tell. It shows a little too much. More than I would care for it to be honest with you, but... Sometimes you work with what you got, you know? See, I'm concerned with the random tick speed that this is gonna oxidize super quickly, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, did I already... Okay. Enderman! What are you doing here, buddy? Endermen really like to come pester me sometimes, you know what I mean? There we go. I should have made slabs out of them. But, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here we go. I cannot. Okay, hang on. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make enough slabs. Is the unfortunate problem here. Just to try to reach the ceiling. Tell me what you're feeling. I just, you know, sometimes it just you get late enough in the day after talking about technology and all the weird shit we rambled about earlier, just to end up like just vibing, you know? Oh shit, this is gonna be 1, 2, yeah, it's gonna... Oh no, it's gonna just turn into here. It'll be fine, actually. I was like, this is gonna be 1 too high, isn't it? It's like, nope. It's gonna match up pretty much perfectly. Because once I get the slab on here, that'll be fine. I just don't think I have enough to make the slabs is the unfortunate problem, because I was not thinking. I probably could have had enough had I been smarter about this, but, you know. It's fine. I mean, I could do one of two things. I could either wait to have copper, or I could just substitute it with cobblestone for now, which I might do, and just have a band across the top. Definitely thinking about it. Oh shit, really? Damn it, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we're gonna have to... Yeah, we definitely are not gonna have enough. We need more copper. Block of copper. Okay, we don't have enough. Okay. Alright. Let's go put this stuff away, and then I guess we'll go mining for a little bit. I don't really know... What level does copper typically spawn at? Because I feel like I want to grab a good chunk of it. Let's put that in here. Let's put the lightning rods up in here as well. Here we go. Let me Google something real quick. Why did I get a text? Oh, right. No worries. Okay, what am I looking for again? Oh, right, Google. I'm just like, let me Google something real quick. Wait, what am I doing? Because I want to just find out... Oh, hey, I got a new sub on YouTube. Very cool. I just got a notification for that. I just want to know what level I should be aiming for, to find copper more easily. Okay. Minus 16 to 112? Okay, I mean, so it should be pretty easy to... I don't know if that's accurate, but... What are we at? Let me... 114. So we're gonna have to go down a little bit. Okay, okay, that's fine. So... That's okay. I should grab more torches for this, but I just want the copper so we can finish off the roof, you know? Which will, if we get enough of it, that'll solve the slab problem. So, I'll take it. I will take it. Mining was definitely not on the agenda for today, but... Okay. We'll just kind of pick a direction. I'm thinking this way. And we'll see what we find. Come on, copper. It would probably be easier if I went caving or something, but I'm just like, I just want copper. That's all I want. Oh, have we already... Okay, well... Hey, there's some copper. Very nice. I know when you go looking for it, you're gonna find a lot of it. Look at this. Look at all this. Holy shit, actually. That's way more than I expected to find in one vein. I did not expect them to actually be that big. Oh, that's iron. Not gonna worry about the iron. I cannot believe I'm at a point in Minecraft where I can ignore the iron. For the sake of shit not spawning in here. At least not immediately spawning in here. It's not ideal for sure. But I'm like, you know what? It's all good. Let's see if I can track down some more copper. It sucks to do it in the dark, though. Not gonna lie. Oh, see? No, I gotta go back and get torches. I need torches. Like, that's mandatory. Apparently. How are we doing with light sources? Do I have torches in here? As a matter of fact, I do. I have several. Let's take 2 stacks with us. There we go. I mean, since I have the iron, I'm gonna keep it, but otherwise, I'm not gonna worry about it. And now I gotta walk back to the... Wait, do I not have a waypoint for this? Or did I delete it? No, I have it. Haha! Don't mind me, just spawning in the ground, no big deal or nothing. Right. Back to the action, then. Because that was apparently successful. Where is our little tunnel here? There it is. I know technically I don't need to place torches as often as I do, but listen, shit gets hard to see. So I feel like it's a little bit prudent, to be honest with you. You know, it's all good. Alrighty. Hey, there's more. Okay, so Googling turned out to be useful and accurate. Accurate enough, anyway. I don't really know how much I'm after, so I just want to kind of get a bunch. if I can get away with it, you know? And they seem to spawn in ginormous veins. I haven't really ever actively looked for copper before. So I'm just like, alright, we're just gonna kind of do whatever we do and find whatever we find, you know? I'm sure there's a lot more copper around here if I just, like, poked around in different directions. And I might. I also gotta smelt it, which shouldn't take very long with our smelter. We're just gonna... let's see. Sorry, it's very hard not to zone out while mining. It's really hard not to. Did I just run in? No, I didn't. Okay. Like, definitely still finding more cobblestone than I am copper at this point, but I would, you know, I'm actually not against that. We have coal that we honestly don't need at this point. Is there copper near you, though? I wouldn't mind collecting you just for the potential of finding copper. Because, let's be real, coal tends to spawn in massive veins now, too. Which, early game, is very, very appreciated. Also, the coal ores are very distinct with this texture pack. Okay, no copper associated with this, which, fair enough. I didn't think so, but I feel like it couldn't hurt to check, you know, every now and then. I have no idea where I even am anymore in the world. And it's like, you know, if there ever is a point where I do need coal, I at least know that there's plenty around, so... you know. Come on, copper. You need a little bit more. Oh, hi. I seem to have, oh, hey, copper. There's more copper. I'm not gonna argue with that. There's so much copper. There's dripstone down there, it looks like. Very cool. I don't think I've been to this cave before. I don't even know how far I've traveled, to be completely honest with you. There's them dripstone block thingies. Very cool. Let's, give ourselves a little bit of walking space here. Here we are. Let's, how much do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit. Oh, 5 and almost 6 stacks. Do we want to call that good? I feel like we're going to call that good. So let's go back to the storage room. Very nice. We're going to throw the cobblestone. We're going to throw the cobblestone away. And, I mean, we might as well smelt the iron as well. Why not? We don't really have a reason not to at this point. So we'll just plop that there, and we'll go... I swear I heard something walking around. Oh, there's a zombie up top, I see. Understood! Right, so, you. A bunch of you. And a tiny bit of iron. And whoop. I mean, I guess as we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go deal with that zombie. Is it nighttime? I think it's nighttime. Let's sleep. There we go. I need me a glass of water. That is definitely a thing that I need at the moment. Let me sort out my phone situation real quick while we're just chilling as well. There we go. Are we good? We're looking fine. We're looking okay. And... okay, beauty. Right, water. Beautiful. And now, if I'm correct, there's like a zombie around the other side or something. Better not be any creepers. If there's creepers, I'm gonna be mad. Did the zombie burn up? Probably. Okay. No argument here. Oh, the inconveniences of only having one entrance to a building. That's okay, though. I like the copper there, though. I'm gonna be real. I like it. It's gonna be nice in there when we're done with it, you know? Alright, let's see what we got. How's our little cactus guy doing as well? Very nice. We have almost a stack. I'm not worried that it's not super fast. It's actually a little faster than I thought it would be. So, there is that. Look at this go. Look at that do its thing. Let's just take what we've got so far. We at least know that there's some on the way. And we're gonna take what we do have, minus the lightning rods for the moment. Block of copper. Beautiful. Cut copper slab. No, we need cut copper. Cut copper. We do need some cut copper slabs, though. Here we go. But also... we do need stairs, but... we're not really... we gotta wait. We gotta be a little bit patient. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish off the roof and then I'm probably gonna call it for the night, because... you know, I was hoping we could get something functional, but my eyeballs are yelling at me quite severely, and I'm like, you know what? Gotta take care of myself, you know what I mean? Or at the very least, I gotta try to. There we go. We have solved our half slab problem. And to be fair, I don't need a ton of copper stairs, but having some would be super nice. Also, since we're down here, I'm gonna go ahead and, like, drop... no, wrong thing. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a couple of torches just to kind of light this place up a bit. Maybe one here for good measure. And, I don't know, one here for good measure as well. That should be sufficient so things won't, like, spawn in here and murder my face. Very nice. do we have enough for stairs? Because, like, I don't need a ton of stairs, I just need stairs. I'm gonna go to my copper thing just to make sure I haven't, like, missed anything. I haven't. Okay. I didn't think I had them, but you never know. It helps to check every now and then. Alright, let's put those there. Yeah, we are definitely only one cut copper block. Okay, okay. Here we go, here we go. Making a little bit of progress. Moving target. Okay. Block of copper. Hold on. Oh, I can craft the grates. That's cool. Cut copper. Right, and then I can do stairs. How much is this gonna get me? Only 8. Okay, we're gonna need more copper. We're gonna need a good bit more copper. Alright, well... Let's see. Unfortunately, this is one of the things I don't necessarily love about survival, is like you end up in situations like this where you're just like waiting for stuff to cook up and things, but like we're gonna deal with it, you know? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. The roof is almost done. I can accomplish at least this goal, and then we'll probably detail the place next time or whatever. But we'll call it good. We've done a lot today, to be fair. Like, not a lot as far as making actual progress goes, but like, at the very least, we've sort of paved the way for us to be able to make more and have more access to things, for builds and such, so honestly, I can't exactly complain, and we are so close to being done. We are so close to being done the roof here, and I think it's gonna look pretty okay. I do kind of like it like this, so I definitely want to make a bee farm so that I can wax this copper after the fact. I think you can do that. I hope you can. Otherwise that would be really annoying. Because having it oxidized, I think, would be unfortunate, at least color-wise. So, like, I'm definitely going to be doing some digging around to figure out how to make a bee farm. Get some of that beeswax. But for now, we will deal with what we deal with, and I am curious to see what it looks like with the green, so I'm going to kind of let it do its thing for now. I don't know why I feel like there's just something else in the cactus farm. There isn't. But my brain space constantly feels like there is. Alright, how close are y'all to being done? 13 in each one, presumably? Alright, with one of them having, like, iron, I guess. One of them's waiting for iron, if nothing else. Alright, let's see. Block of copper. Let's see. Cut copper. And copper stairs. We might have enough. We might have enough. We're getting closer to darkness here. No? Okay. We'll deal with it. We'll take the risk. No, actually, we're still fine. It looked like it was getting darker than it was to me. No, we don't have enough, but definitely getting close. Beautiful. This is the thing about survival Minecraft. Sometimes, son of a bitch, sometimes you just gotta roll with what happens, you know? And at least to me, that's sometimes not always the most fun. But like, you know. Yep, I've got 1, 2, 3 more. 4 more. I just need 4 more stairs, and that's it. And if I'm lucky, I'll have enough in the furnace. So just 1 more trip downstairs, and we can pretty much call it a night after that. You know, the house definitely needs a lot more work. It is not complete by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, you all good? We good. Okay. I just need 4. That is it. Block of copper. Where's the cut copper? Cut copper. There you go. And stairs. How many is that? That is another 8. I have twice as many. Perfect. No. Let's sleep real quick. I am not risking a creeper just showing up at my new house. I am not willing to do that. Alrighty. And then we do 1, 2, 3, and the last one makes 4. Beautiful. This is our roof done. Donezo. And it has not... Well, this one started to weather a bit. So, yeah, some of them have definitely started to weather a tiny bit. So before long, they will turn green, which is unfortunate, but you know what? That's okay. If we use an axe, we can scrape the stuff off, and it'll be fine. But honestly, I really like it with this color on the roof. I do not do copper roofs enough, and I really like it. I don't know how I feel about the cobblestone necessarily, but I also don't hate it. The pale oak is very nice. The pale oak is definitely very nice, and like, I definitely need to do something about the ceiling up in here, 100%. I feel like some hanging lights up top as well would be nice, like lanterns even would be good. Probably not in the bedroom space, but, you know. I kind of want to keep the open concept vibe, though. Because I don't think we need to do anything, like, super, super fancy with it. I just, you know, bed space, maybe decorate it a little bit with stuff. I definitely want to squeeze in a fireplace right here. 100%. And also, given the way I adjusted the windows, they are definitely a little bit off. Either I move it over 1 block, or I make it 1 wider, and I might do the 1 wider. I might do that. Because, like, goddamn, you know what? Let's just do that. There we go. It's 1 wider. And then this, of course, if I make the fireplace and stuff, I'm gonna adjust it accordingly. So, I ain't gonna worry about that today, though. We have finished the basic structure of our house, as well as added on to the tree farm, and I think, honestly, that's pretty good. We had some good conversations about stuff and things of that nature, you know. Let's give 1 round with these dang glowberries. See if I can get us a little bit more hanging fruit. That seemed to work a little bit. These ones are growing a little bit more. At least a little bit. Not like a ton of them, but definitely more than I had. I'm not arguing. There we go. Look at this. Part of me is like, do I want to go around the back? Because this tends to be a little bit treacherous. Let's go around to... Let's go around to the front. Sure. Yeah. And see, now that I'm like, now that these are growing, I'm like, man, I should just put them all around. Alright, and you're good. See, right now I'm literally just like, ooh, I'm fascinated, and I should be ending, is what I should be doing, honestly. I think I'm actually okay with, like, the back not getting it, because, like, this isn't getting it, so I could treat that the same way. And we'll do that right there. This might not get as many. And I don't think I could put them here. I could probably do on here. Is this a half or a... Is this a half or a whole? I think it's a whole. Yeah, it's a whole. I could probably put it up there. And then down here again. Or just skip it. Just skip it. That might be what I do. Anyway, I'm overthinking glowberries at this point, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, I do like seeing them like this. Like, look at that. That's cool. It's nice. Okay. Let's head over to my chat screen before I get, like, all fucking weird about this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Chat. Beautiful. We have been productive today, let's be completely honest. And I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I've done a lot, considering this was a I don't know what the fuck to do stream. So, it's one of those things where it's just kind of, it's a weird day. It's a weird day. Anyway, y'all, if it wasn't obvious before, it definitely is now. I'm definitely feeling a little bit on the tired side, so I'm thinking that it's time for me to hop off, maybe grab myself a little something to eat. I had egg salad wraps before I started streaming, or at least a little bit before, but that was like more of a late lunch type of thing, and I'm like, I definitely need dinner. So, listen, before I hop off though, oh, that's inconvenient with the ads and stuff. I'm gonna throw links into chat as I normally do, I guess. Let's see, chat stuff. We'll throw my Discord link, and I will throw up the Spotify link for Useless Irving.
Like the music? Go check out Useless Irving,
who has been consistently providing the wonderful music for these streams lately. Definitely go support the dude. If you don't like Spotify, you can search him up on YouTube and such. It's Useless and then Irving with a U, not an I. You can find him on like just about any music streaming platform you can think of, I think. So definitely look him up and give him some support, you know? But yeah, y'all, part of me feels bad ending on the ad, but I don't think anybody's actually watching the stream right now, to be completely real with you. Which is not normally a thing I would call out. I definitely shouldn't be calling that out. That's awkward. But listen, I'm gonna head off for tonight, so thank you for sticking with me. And, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do in the future. It's gonna be a whole thing, but right now my brain does not want to function. So, good night, y'all. Appreciate you, and I will see you on Wednesday. Oh, there's the ad break ending. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Is it Monday? It is Monday. Sweet lord. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I gotta go to bed or something. Bye!